let's just see what comes out with this deck here. Hidden Futures Oracle cards. Just opened it just this second. I have no idea what's in here. I don't even remember getting these ones. I just seriously bought like a lot, and then of course I'm gonna send some back. But anyways, what is this? What lies beneath? What is it? What's that movie? Isn't there a movie called What Lies Beneath with Michelle Pfeiffer? I don't think it's all bad. Like, well, of course it's not all bad, but like, what lies beneath you and your situation? Destroyed, shattered, broken, completely ruined. So I just pulled the Destroyer from this archetype deck for my, well, I asked a question. I said, is it right here? No. I asked the question, like, who is my nemesis? And I got the Destroyer. And it's like, there's this energy. It doesn't have to be like a person or any sort of physical being. It's like an energy. It could be a person that is really out to get you in the physical. But the energy of the Destroyer of your dreams, because you can doubt yourself. That is one of the biggest weapons that the darkness has, is to make you doubt yourself. So what do we do about this Destroyer in our midst? Something is shattered, broken, and completely ruined. There was a light attribute to it, though, where I forget. It's like something. Sometimes. Let's just say God will use a minion or whatever, the ones that are, you know, let's just say God has a set of minions that go do his dirty work when you're not listening to the whisper of the angel. He'll send a minion because you are stuck on something that is, you think it's something to hold on to, but it's hindering something better. And so you think you're punished, or it's the end, or then you doubt. So anyways, I don't know what's been destroyed or what is being destroyed in my babe's life right now. If it's maybe your addiction is being destroyed. It doesn't have to be negative. Let's destroy that addiction, So however it resonates, I don't know what's being destroyed in my life right now. I feel like, I don't know, it's being destroyed in my life. Can't think of anything negative. I could think of, like, I would like to think that my isolation period is being destroyed because it served its purpose. Now it's time to connect. And I'd like to update real quick about the studio with the podcast, connecting with the babes, and discussing our super status stories that for some reason the main social media doesn't like to highlight. Weird. So we're going to highlight the stories that have been neglected. And instead of making the studio, since I can't soundproof it, well, I could, but it would block out the windows, and I it doesn't, I don't know. I think I'm just going to do it right here at my table. So my point is, I'm basically ready to start. I have to get another camera and have somebody teach me how to have two angles going at the same time, and then how to edit it. It cannot be that hard. But like, maybe my first babe to do this with me will be somebody who knows how to work the camera and edit the video. It cannot be that hard. I know I could figure it out on my own, but I don't want to work by myself when I know somebody super geeky, no offense, nerdy, would love to fucking just help me, so I don't have to just stress out and do everything myself. Actually, I connected with one of the babes today. I don't want to cry. Oh my god. It just so happens he's in Mesa, so he beat you babes. We gotta, well, I don't know if he's gonna be the first and if he knows anything about editing, but I am connecting with my first babe, and it is so emotional for me. So isolation being destroyed. The weight is being destroyed for me. For you guys, I don't know. Something shattered, broken, completely ruined, but that's just because it was not. Something better is around the corner. I can vouch everything that's been destroyed in my life, the replacement is almost certainly been better. So anyways, this the beginning of this, I don't want to call it interviews of the babes. I don't know what it's going to be called. It's like, oh yeah, for the record. I think it's going to be called For the Record. So we can, all the false narratives and all the projections of the world and people around us that are trying to narrate your life. And like, actually, what happened was, what's happening is, for the record, let's just, for the record, so, I'm gonna connect with one of my babes, hopefully this week. Can you believe it? I mean, I can believe it. I'm sorry, this just flipped out. Like, don't be a hater. Anyways, let's see what else. It's gonna be haters. Where are we going from here? Something shattered, broken, and completely ruined. But that is, it's okay. I'm sorry, I'm getting one of my dad's best friends spent 15 years developing this electric battery for a car. It's actually the top of the line, better than Tesla. I know it's a big claim, but it's true. And he built a personal battery pack for his personal ride. Spent 15 years. He already made a certain pack and patented it and sold it to a dump truck company. So there's an electric dump truck company somewhere, I don't know where, but anyways, he had this, he developed, or he used this on his own car, and he finished it. I don't think he had it on the road more than a handful of times, and head-on collision. 15 years of his work just, is there something better for this guy? Is he going to have the motivation to develop an even better battery pack? He's a little older, so I don't know. So, you know, it's like, in my dad's opinion, his friend spent his energy in the wrong direction, thinking he should have been focusing on God or something, but like, so I don't know everything. That's just a story. Sometimes things get destroyed and we're too old to rebuild or something, and I don't know. It's like if you don't build your foundation on the rock, I mean, if you build your foundation on the rock, which is the truth, the word, the truth, then you can be fucked up, like ruined, shattered, destroyed, but your foundation is solid, and so you might get knocked around, but like your spirit, that's why it's so important for us to build on the rock so nothing can fully destroy us. And those that build on the rock, their soul is made of light, and can't break light. Okay, so let's do it. I don't know, one of these these are gentle and perhaps will guide us to the next day after this something's being destroyed. Get ready for big changes. Butterfly spirit. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if this character, my dad's friend, bounced back somehow, some way, because he's so smart and got the means. I'm curious what's happening with him, but anyways, you can overcome any problem, my beautiful babes. Let's just get one of these animal spirits, and hopefully this will help you. I kind of I don't know. Somebody might need Jesus. At least study the words so you don't have to take anybody else's word of advice for what Jesus says. Just read it for yourself. See if it helps. And then you know. And you don't have to wonder. That's what I did. So let's just get one of these. What's this message? Wisdom. Big changes in your wisdom? Sweet! It says, oh, Moosey spirit. That's what I call Maximus sometimes. My moosky gooski. Moose. Why is Moosey? Let your head and mind reach to the stars. You keep your feet grounded on the earth. Listen to the ancient wisdom in your soul. The ancestors speak through you. You know much. Something was destroyed, but only to be transformed. And if you don't let it break you, and you learn, acquire the knowledge, and transmute it into wisdom, then it's just building on that solid foundation. At the bottom we have nobility. Celebrate your accomplishments with humility. You are crowned with success. Powerful forces guide you. Your ability to conquer challenges is limitless if you didn't know. So that's what I have for my beautiful babes. I truly hope that helped. I love you so much. Until next time.